Retards.
Testicle. Metrosexual. This is Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
Oh no. Okay, so as we were saying, what were we saying? What were we saying? Can you bring that back to my memory there? I totally forgot.
Well, we were talking about the Disney and the communists. Disney versus the communists.
Right. Kind of like Gavin Newsom.
You want to talk about Gavin Newsom? Why do you want to talk about Gavin Newsom?
No, I said like because he's weird like that.
Nah, he's more of like a. I think of him more like a Ken doll that's been like. That's just kind of been at the bottom of a hamper for a long time, and then he just kind of pops back up every once in a while, You know what I mean?
Good for him.
You know what I'm saying?
Good for him.
He's kind of fake. Donald Trump's son stole his girlfriend. And he also...
What?
Yeah. Kimberly Gayfoyle or Goyfoyle, whatever her name is. She was with Newsom. Newscum. Because the Democratic Party is scum.
So no, he's bullshit. He doesn't care about any of that bullshit. I did not know that. That's crazy. I saw he's got a new podcast too. So it's like we're going head to head.
Instead, he gets instead of getting owned on other people's podcasts or the Daily Wire, he can bring the conservatives to him to get owned. It actually is quite good in a way because he's smart because instead of him flying somewhere to get owned, he could just fly the conservatives to him and don't cost the conservatives any money because now they don't have to fly his ass out there.
He had Mr. Lemon on there.
Yeah, but that's Don Lemon. That dude, you know what Don Lemon did? Like, this is a real thing. You can look it up. He went to a club and he shoved his thumb up his ass and went up to a dude that he was hitting on, and the dude was like not into him. He went up there and like gave the dude a Hitler mustache with his ass thumb.
What? No fucking way.
I'm not joking, dude. There was like a controversy a few years ago.
What a gentleman.
Gentleman and a scholar. You want to smell my posing?
Did you watch the podcast? The Newsom podcast? What is it like? What is it called? Thumbs Up with Newsom?
I don't
Do you see the clip? Do you see the clip when they actually play music over how he's like dancing around and shit the whole time?
Oh, that's cringe.
That's fucking crazy.
The only thing I saw the ads for the Big Mike and Big Mike's brother podcast. I seen
the
that
Big
one.
Mike podcast. Who's Big Mike? Who's that?
Big
you
Mike.
mean like Michael Jordan?
Michelle Obama. You know. I mean, from what I hear,
Big Mike and Mike,
large penis.
They both were bald at one time.
Her penis is so large she can pole vault with it. She uses it to hold herself up. She don't pull herself up by her bootstraps. She pulls herself up by her big black dick. Big, large black penis. So large.
Oh shit! Have you watched that?
Your teeth.
Have you watched that?
I just watched the ads for it. It was really cringe because her brother's like, this is a new podcast. So he sounds like really effeminate. And I was like,
I mean, that's fine. That's no big deal.
After listening to Andy Dick on a podcast one day, like when he was kind of sort of like relevant because he was going around taking his clothes off and like humping ladies' legs and shit. He was doing like crazy ass shit he was doing and flashing himself at kids and shit. We was doing all that weird shit.
What the fuck?
When he was doing all that weird shit stuff, he kind of started reappearing again. After hearing that, I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Like
I can't. Yeah, the voice is
Andy Dick's
definitely
voice
fucking annoying.
Is grating. It's grating. I don't care about it. I don't care what his sexuality is or whatever. I don't give two shits about that. Just don't be doing weird shit. That's the where it draws the line with me. But you used to have like Paul Lynde. You knew who Paul Lynde was, around the gay dude. He played on the Hollywood Squares and stuff back in the 70s.
I don't know anything.
But he was like a really popular actor on TV. And he was super gay. Like he was the... Okay, you know Roger the alien from American Dad?
Yes.
Okay, you know his voice is modeled after that guy's voice.
Shut the fuck, really?
Yes, he played Uncle Arthur on Bewitched.
Oh shit.
He had the big long deal. He's like, "How are you doing, people?" It's like,
that's grimy.
It's
grimy.
I didn't mind him because he was actually funny because he talked in like double entendres all the time. He'd be like, "Tally me ho," stuff like that. You know, it was like really campy, but he's okay. I don't mind that dude very much. And plus, he played in another thing he did a lot of Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Is that who Big Mike's gonna bring on?
No, it's what her brother sounded like Andy Dick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a big old black dude too. It's crazy. It was like you would think he would be like
maybe he's a woman.
Oh my dear gosh! What if they like swap identities? Well, that would make sense. His name's Craig.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it looked like trash. It looked like a cash grab to keep her relevant, so she could possibly run for president as the first woman president, first president with a large black penis.
Oh gosh.
Big black dick, people. We're talking giant.
Oh, gobbledygooky.
We're talking 2 or 3 summer sausages.
That's what it sounds like. It's a bunch of gobbledygooky.
It was a bunch of gobbledygook.
And it's not Thanksgiving, but you're still getting the gobbledygooky.
In fact, when I was at Carter's funeral, we sit there and I was talking to Obama over there. And Obama's like, "Boy, does my ass hurt. It just hurts so bad.
Oh, shit.
I think I'm going to divorce Michelle. I can't take these poundings too much longer."
You mean Miguel.
I call her, he said, "I call her Michelle, though. Everyone calls her Michael, but I call her Michelle."
Calls her Michelle, though?
And you know, Trump would say it like that 100%. He'd be like, he would use his own mannerisms when he's talking about someone else describing something. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's how I think.
Pretty fucking hilarious.
Yeah. So, what do you think about his Coke button? Push up button and Coke. Do you think Hunter, when that button was there, was like, "I'm going to put this to use"? You know, like Coke button. It says Coke button on it. Push for Coke. Do you think it brought Hunter Biden cocaine out? Like
no.
He reused it?
No. He just didn't. He just had the free reign. That's all that was. But the Coke button is cool.
Push a button. So somebody at a dress brings you Coke.
Yeah.
I wonder if he put. You know what? If I was
president, I mean, why did you need to push a button? It should just be like, my Coke should never be, down to this. I can't get 3 fingers. Fill my Coke up.
Honestly, what I would do is, if I was Donald Trump,
sippy cup.
If Donald Trump ever listens to this, ever.
No, it will never happen.
Stop being such a negative Nancy.
Stupid, man. You're fucking stupid.
I think that we should make Lindsey Graham Donald Trump's official bitch, where he has to bring him Coca-Colas when he wants one.
Yeah, but he doesn't get paid.
He doesn't get paid for it. He has to wear a dress, which Lindsey Graham would probably be very proud of, be glad of. Yeah, Lady Graham, Quite hilarious.
That is pretty funny.
And plus, we get him out of the, wherever he's at. He's a congressman. We get him out of there.
Yeah. Pretty funny stuff.
Yeah, and I can't stand that guy. And I think it'd be hilarious. I think Trump needs to be more cruel in a lot of ways.
No, I mean,
like cruel in a fun way though. Like putting Lindsey Graham in a dress, make you carry around a silver tray with Cokes on it. It'd be hilarious.
Yeah, well, that would be probably Nazi shit, right? Supposedly.
It wouldn't be Nazi shit at all.
You can't make them.
Lindsey Graham would probably be happy to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Because everyone hates him. And maybe people might at least laugh at him.
Just go away. All you needed to do is just go away. So what about all these things you think about what's happening right now with everybody, peaceful.
Yeah,
I don't even know what the protest is. I haven't even seen one of these things.
Don't worry about the protests, dude. They're totally peaceful. They're totally innocent.
I have to hide my Tesla.
I mean, completely. I mean, look at it. I mean, you know, there's just a couple hundred Teslas on fire, you know, few dealerships burnt down, you know, a couple deaths, you know, nothing too bad, you know, totally peaceful. We had 30 deaths in the summer of love.
Well, on a good note, though, he did shoot complete 3 missions in like 12 hours. Shot 3 rockets off in one day, and saved the astronauts after what, 6 months they've been up there. They have the cleft foot, like their feet are all like these.
Yeah, because they're probably also going to have osteoporosis. You heard about that shit? They haven't
invented a workout machine up there? Anti-gravity workout machine?
It has to do with gravity.
Anti-gravity workout machine. You haven't invented that yet?
I don't think that's even possible, because like weight itself is just like...
You just spin it real fast.
It's just gravity, dude. Like everything, it's like when you go to certain planets, like something that weighs a pound will weigh like 10 tons.
Yeah, I know that, yeah, of course.
And it'll basically crush your body.
Yeah.
It has to do with gravity.
Yeah,
I know. When you say weight, it's really just fictitious in a way.
Yeah.
It's just like a, what is it called? It's something that's there, but it's not really there. You know what I mean? Like
it's force.
It's a force. Everything here, like this pillow right here, that's gravity.
Well, that's good though. You know, he shot off a bunch of more trash into the atmosphere there
for sure. I mean, because I mean, you got osteoporosis, you got loss of muscle density.
No, one dude was up there for a year.
Yeah, it's very terrible on your body. That's why it's so strict for people to even go up there, except for William Shatner.
William Shatner can go up there anytime you want, snotty. Beam me up.
Well, he didn't go up into, like, space, did he? He went up to, like...
He did. He was on space for, like, fucking, 15 years. Well, he was in space 15 years. What do you mean, right? Was it 15? It was about 15 years, right?
Well, it depends on... What movie? Are you talking about the film franchise as well?
No, I'm talking about the original series.
Well, the original, like, the movies, I think...
Turned into, like, Picard and shit.
Yeah, good point. Yeah. Yeah, he's been in space a lot.
My dad's all into that shit right now. Hardcore. Otra vez, man.
Your dad's watching Star Trek? Dude.
I was like, is that the original... What is it? Next Generation? The next generation. The next...
Discovery?
Discovery, which is fucking stupid.
They're all stupid. I could never get into Star Trek.
No, I liked the first one when it was all super cheesy and shit. That was badass.
Yeah, it was kind of like the Batman TV show.
And fucking Shatner was awesome.
Shatner is... Dude, have you seen that? Do you think he drinks a kid's blood?
Probably.
Or do you think he's just got really good genetics?
Well, I mean...
I think it's because he's heavy set, too. He weighs probably, what, like 280?
I don't know. I thought he was like 5'2". I don't know. Most actors are.
Yeah. You look at that's true.
You can't tell. You can't tell they're short. They put everybody else short around them.
I'll tell you what, though. You ever watch the X-Files?
Fuck yeah!
Okay, you know the chick on there, right? Like you see them, they're kind of like, she's shorter than him.
Scully?
Yeah, Scully. Gillian Anderson. But you see her on there, and she's like, like up to his like arm right here, right?
Yeah, but he's only 5'2".
No, he's like really tall. Like she's like really short. She's like 5 foot tall, and he's like 6'5", something like that. He's huge. David Duchovny's really tall.
Really?
And
that's an anomaly.
She would stand on apple crates. They call them Scully boxes. Because
that's fucking stupid.
Because they make her stand on an apple box.
And then she have to talk for fucking 20 minutes. Okay.
And then the rest of the time when they show her from back walking with him,
did not know that.
It's a double.
Yeah.
She all the scenes of her walking, where it shows them walking and talking to each other.
I'm glad she got that fucking job. They could have just hired somebody taller.
Well, she kind of fits the role pretty well.
Well, no, I mean she obviously did a good job.
And yeah, she's attractive too. I always find her attractive.
Yeah. Anyways, Star Trek, motherfucker.
Star Trek.
That's gonna be hilarious. So what episode are you on, Dad?
You seem to be a big Friends fan, weren't you?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I've never seen fucking Friends.
I hate that show.
I went. Maybe I don't think I went through one fucking episode.
Have you ever seen the YouTube shorts of them taking the laugh track off those? where it just shows it. It's just like they put menacing music in it, and it looks menacing. And whatever music you put around it, it's the tone of the show. It ain't even funny. Nothing about it is funny. Take the laugh track off. It's horrible.
It's because the laugh track makes you laugh. Or gives you the cue.
Yeah, like...
And you don't want to be left out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's terrible, you know? It's like... Seinfeld and Married with Children, those two shows were like...
I love Married with Children.
Those two had a lot of studio audience.
They should re-air that shit.
Oh, my dear gosh, yeah. But there's an episode where it shows Katie Sagal walking on set, like walking through the front door... And the guy who wrote the show, one of the guys that's still alive, Michael Moye, did an interview here a few years ago where he was talking about that. And he said they would hope what we did was we made it free for all like soldiers and stuff to come in there and watch the show be taped. And we were really popular with like Air Force and stuff. And they'd come in there just to look at the ladies and stuff that'd be on the show. They liked it because less games of clad women.
Yeah, who the fuck wouldn't?
And Katie Sagal, there was a lot of pretty women on there, and they would hoop and holler when she would come on stage so much that in this one episode they actually got it because they used that taping, and it has her walking out there and she's about to say something and they're like hooping and hollering and whistling at her so much that she's just sitting there just like waiting for them to quit so she could do her line.
What episode was that?
I think it's the air conditioner episode. You know, the two-parter where they go like...
No, I don't know. I would rewatch a bunch of times over and over and over and over.
I'll rewatch it every single year. It's like one of my favorite
And how many seasons is it?
There is 11 seasons.
And how many episodes per season?
There's like 20... Some of them's 20, some of them's 21.
Oh, fuck, that's 24. A lot of freaking... Yeah, no, that's just...
They're half hours. They're half-hour episodes.
Oh, it was the 80s, right?
87 and 97.
Yeah.
And the show ended
80s.
on a cliff. Like, the show ended, and there was, like... people didn't even know it ended. They didn't even tell them. They just showed up to the deal, and the sets were all broke down.
Oh, snap.
Because Fox got... partially because of syndication. Because they had... And when people buy syndication rights for a show, they typically buy the first 4 or 5 seasons. Because that's the peak, and they usually buy the peak of the show, and then which Married with Children actually started getting better in season 10. Season 10 actually like
this shit's fucking funny as hell.
There's some actually good like season 11's got some of my favorite episodes in it. They got the Stepford Peg episode where she hits her head and Al reprograms her to the perfect wife. That's like my favorite episode. He's like trying to get her to leave. She's like wakes up, she don't know who she is. He's like, oh, well, it must be time for you to be going. He tells her the highway out of town and gives her a suitcase and everything. Trying to get her to leave, and the kids are like telling her it's a mom and stuff. And he goes, he's like talking about killing them and stuff. It's hilarious.
Oh, no.
It's great. Great offensive show. But that's like one of my favorite episodes because it's just hilarious because he's like manipulates her and everyone manipulates her, and she like ends up hating.
Well, how did that show even get started? Like, who wrote that show and to get pitched at something like that in 1987? These people would have to be like, "Oh, that is friggin' funny," but not. It's not funny to people now, but
yeah. Well, see the writers from that show were Michael Moye and Ron Levitt. They were writers. They wrote a lot of the really good episodes of The Jeffersons. And they wrote for Sanford and Son, which is another really offensive show. It's hilarious.
No, yes, it is hilarious.
Yeah, because like, you would insult each other and stuff. But they wrote for a lot of those shows. And they got opportunity at Fox. They gave Fox, the CEO, or over the broadcasting side of it, he came up to him and said, hey, I need a sitcom to start off. And that show, and the Tracy Ullman show was the other one, which spawned The Simpsons. Where they aired the same night.
Oh, yeah, so
and
that's
the Joan
pretty
Rivers,
badass.
I think Joan Rivers' show was on there too, where she had her talk show.
Yep, they killed Joan Rivers for sure.
Yeah. And so they gave these guys an idea they just told them, you can make a show, you can do anything that you want. Seriously, no, they said, we're not going to interfere with you at all, we just need a good show, because they knew they were good writers.
Oh,
and they gave them free reign over completely.
That is badass.
And one guy said, we should do a show starring Roseanne Barr, and because they were listening to Roseanne Barr and Sam Kinison, and they had the idea of getting them two married Like, basically have them play the husband and wife. Like, Sam Kinison, who hates his wife and is vulgar, married to Roseanne Barr.
That would have been hilarious.
That's what they pitched it as, and Sam Kinison wanted to be a movie star, so that's what he was trying to do, is be a movie star. And Roseanne Barr got a deal with ABC around that time too. She was in negotiations with ABC, and they were going to give her free reign over her own show.
No shit.
So she took that instead. But Peg Bundy was originally going to be Roseanne Barr, and I'm talking mid '80s Roseanne Barr when she was like 350 pounds. And then we got Peg because she auditioned for the role, and she told them, "Why don't we do it like she's really slutty?"
But Roseanne Barr slutty?
She's hot. No, Katie Sagal. She changed the appearance of the character. They're going to make it Roseanne Barr.
That would have been a completely different show then.
Yeah, it would have been Roseanne bickering with Sam Kinison.
Right, yeah. Which I don't think would have been as funny, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and they got Ed O'Neill because they saw him playing on a off-Broadway show of Mice and Men. He played the slow guy, Lenny. That's how he got the role. And he goes in there, and everybody was in. The guy who plays Kramer was also auditioned for Al Bundy.
Really?
And everybody played it like Jackie Gleason, and Ed O'Neill came in there. He played it like his uncle. He says uncle was really depressed kind of guy. Was kind of like, he'd come in there and be like, he said he'd come in and his wife would be like, I just ran up with a dog outside. He goes, well, what's for dinner? So that's how his uncle was. So he said, I played it like I was playing my uncle. And Peggy played it like, and Katie Sagal played Peggy like she was a really slutty broad in her day, and she still thought she was like this sexual beast, and she was middle aged, and she played her, and she like dolled herself up overly too much. Like the hair in the first 4 seasons is her hair. Like she had her hair done up big like that.
She's good though.
She was great. But yeah, it's a really interesting show. A lot of interesting stuff. But greatest show to never win an Emmy.
Lame.
The Cosby Show was winning Emmys.
That's fucked up.
Do you ever see? Yeah.
What time is it?